Honorable Chair, is that there is a discretion in terms of reorganization of government, whether to select one person as a receiver of revenue or to have more than one, looking at the language of that provision, Chair. That is my interpretation. If I may go a little further, Chair.
Okay, just before you go further, is it also your interpretation that the appointing authority can appoint themselves as one of those receivers of revenues?
No, that's not correct.
That is a problem.
The problem we have.
That is a problem we are dealing with.
Well, my brother, you know, we have a lot of respect for you, but we get very upset when we get people coming before the Senate trying to be clever. Because we are also very clever people. So please, don't perform legal gymnastics here. If a mistake has been made, Governor...
Chairman, I will stop.
No, just a minute. You see, the chairman has even tried to guide and said these problems occur everywhere. And the purpose of these meetings is not just to castigate or paint somebody in bad light. It is also to guide each other and say, this is what the law says, you have erred here, you can correct this by doing this. There is a reason why there has to be a designated receiver of revenue, because there are legal consequences and responsibility that is attached to the office. So, please, Governor, Chair, guide your team that...
and Chair, that's why I was saying that because of just what he has read and the configuration of government, and that's why I thought that one of the main role of the Senate is to strengthen the institutions. So all we are saying is that if we had configured our structure in the way it is currently configured, I think we'll be taking recommendations from the Senate that maybe relook at that configuration so that it doesn't appear like, you know, it is a deliberate thing. It's just the way we interpreted it. And we are here as we interact all the time, as you always say, to improve on policies, to improve on governance issues, to strengthen institutions. So this can also be one area that we can look, that's the way I'm interpreting it, to say maybe we have been doing ABCD, we need to borrow from the recommendations, Chair, maybe we'll be guided by you, that maybe you need now to reconfigure government in a manner the way you have just said.
But please, before we get there, Governor, before we get there, on the interjection by Senator Sifuna, whether the CEC can appoint themselves as the receiver of the revenue. We have a receiver of revenue report signed by the CEC. Is this therefore a legitimate document that the OAG and the Senate should consider?
Maybe, Chair, if you allowed our county attorney just to finish how we reached there, then we can be guided.
No, I think it's tied to the question. He has agreed that the CEC cannot appoint themselves. This is a report of the receiver of revenue. Is this therefore a legitimate report that we should be considering?
Chair, and in addition, we have agreed under the law that an appointing authority cannot appoint themselves. That is why you cannot appoint yourself as a CCM finance. That is simple, so the Wakili does not need to go further.
Yeah,
so
we'll start guided by the committee.
So you and the CEC should be ready for sentencing.
You know, Chair, really, I really would have wanted to benefit from, because she seemed to be very firm on the role that she is playing. I really would have wanted to benefit from our understanding of the law. And it's not even a legal issue here. I really would have wanted to understand from her, what role does she think is left for her after she has designated either a receiver or receivers of revenue? What role is left in the office of the CEC Finance to execute the mandate of the office of receiver of revenue? That is an important question.
You want us to give the...
She was very, before you stopped her, she was really emphatic about this.
Because we are talking of legal, and he said we will start guiding.
I think his argument has reached the logical conclusion.
Correct.
Because what we were trying to establish was whether the CEC can donate to herself the power of a receiver of revenue when she's the one appointing. Because if that is the line of argument, it means that even the governor can one day sign the report of the receiver of revenue, because it's the one who appoints the CEC, and it's the CEC who designates the receivers of revenue, and therefore the governor can take charge of procurement, can take charge of collection of revenue, can take charge of everything. If that is your interpretation, we would be happy, because we'll hang you for all the sins of your officer.
Chair, maybe you just allow my county attorney to say something, then we can progress on that. Yeah.
Chair,
Okay.
Yeah, in less than a minute, Chair, Honorable Chair. Thank you. I just wanted to proceed further, Chair, and say that that was the organizational structure of government at that time. Subsequently, His Excellency, the Governor, made some adjustments in terms of reorganization of government and appointed a chief officer specifically responsible for revenue, seated on my right. And therefore, we would be probably amenable to the suggestion that then we could now have maybe the chief officer, who is now there for revenue, specifically designated as a receiver of revenue.
But remember, the designation is not done by the governor, it's done by the CEC Finance.
Yes, yes.
So,
I agreed with Honorable Senator that the CEC has no residual powers once he is designated.
no. The one that you are telling us, the good news, you are telling us it's even worse news. It's a further violation of the law. Why do you guys want to personalize revenue collection?
Chair,
What is it?
Let me
what is the problem?
No, let me give clarity. You see, previously, other than the CEC, the chief officer was the chief officer in charge of all those functions, receiver of revenue, what do you call it? Accounting services, you know, all economic planning, budget. So what I did, because of maybe the constraint of numbers of chief officers that we had, even the one who spoke, that is Tim